Hi, I'm Paul from Velo, and today I'm going to be looking at how does a Brompton G Line compare to a gravel bike, and how does a gravel bike compare to a G Line. So the way I see bikes is about the way they make me feel. And this review is very much about that, the way the bikes make me feel, the capabilities of the bike, and what I can achieve on the bike. But before we get into the comparison, let's go through a bit of tech spec on each bike to see how they're built, what components are on them, and then we can get into the comparison. So the Brompton G Line is stock 54 chain set at the front, Alpine 8-speed hub at the back. Everything is stock excluding the handlebars, which are the Pro LT handlebars with a 40mm rise, because if you watch previous videos, I didn't really get on with the Brompton stock handlebars. And all I've changed also is just the pedals to my preferred SPD. Other than that, looking at it, it's stock. Now the Genesis is a custom built bike that we built for myself and Sarah. It's based around a Genesis 931 Reynolds stainless steel frame set with carbon forks. We fitted a Shimano GRX RX 800 2x11 group set, which is lovely. Pro finishing kit. We've got DT Swiss GR 1600 wheels. We've got Vittoria Torino tyres, 700 by 45. It's got a T47 bottom bracket, so super stiff. And this has been custom made. Price wise, this would retail around £4,200. The G Line retails with that model without the mudguards and the rack is 23999. So we've had the Genesis for probably almost 6 weeks, and it's been getting a lot of use both by me and Sarah. You can tell how dusty it is. I needed to wipe it off before this comparison because it's been used so much, and it's an utter beast. The feeling I get when I'm on it is it's so many different bikes. It's a casual tourer, a casual endurance bike, mixed with, if you want it to be a race bike, a gravel race bike, or even we're going to swap road tires on it. Road, I wouldn't say a full out performance machine, but you could definitely give it some on the road. It's super stiff, yet really, really comfortable. It gives me the feeling that I could do anything. I could go anywhere and accomplish anything. You sit, and the way it's set up with the cockpit and the big wheels, it's so compliant. It rolls over anything. It does have a dropper post attachment, so you can run a cable to a dropper post, so it would do more kind of technical. Single track, I've taken it on single track and it really likes it. I wouldn't necessarily want to take it on more full on single track because I just feel like with the drop bars you're better off having flat bars. It's a super capable bike, and I would say up there in the premium range of steel bikes. One, because of the price, and one because of the frame material that's been specifically chosen for this frame set. I would say it outdoes a lot of titanium bikes, and I have ridden a lot of titanium bikes because I've built them up for people, and this is very, very special. I would say it's just a full multi-purpose bike. It's got rack mounts, bike packing, cycle touring. It will literally go anywhere and do anything, and it's a big, big, big smile when I'm on it. And like I said, my main feeling with this bike is I could go anywhere and do anything. So the Brompton G Line has been my most used bike this year, and I think it will continue to be. It's the perfect urban cruiser, especially for where we live in Bristol. There's lots of options to head into the forest, head down single track, purpose-made mountain bike tracks, and it's just an absolute bruiser. It just wants to, I just feel like I'm on it and it will do anything I want to do. I love small wheeled bikes, and the 20-inch wheels make a lovely option for this setup. It folds, which is great if you're going away. That is a key thing for me. I know if you're commuting, brilliant, but I don't use it for commuting personally. So for me, it's about having the bike in the van when I'm going away, storing easier at home, those types of things. But I don't necessarily use the fold on a day-to-day basis. But the reason why I have it is because I love the way it feels. It will do anything. It will do single track. I've taken it up some big climbs. It's not as endurance focused because of the smaller wheels. It just can't be, but it will definitely go to a lot of different places. And I would say probably technical single track, this would be a better option because of the flat bars, because of that kind of planted stance that you have. And the way the G Line makes me feel is it makes me feel like a child. And that's what I love about small wheel bikes. They make you internally giggle every pedal stroke. That's what it does for me. I know not everyone gets on with them and people's experiences are different, but for me, it's like being a child. That first time, every pedal stroke is like the first time I rode a bike. And that's what I love about this bike. So it's very difficult for me to say anything negative about these bikes. One, I love the Brompton G Line. Two, this is a high-end gravel bike that I personally built. So if I have got anything bad to say about it, I just need to say it to myself. But there isn't. I've built it really well and the choice of components is lovely. And we are very blessed through work and through our lives that we're able to have these bikes in our possession, enjoy them as much as we do. And especially this year in 2025, we've been very much enjoying all of our bikes. But they do have different uses. So for me, G Line all the way if I'm doing like small urban rides and I want to hit up some different trails. And if I want to do a little bit of a, say, 10, maybe 20-mile ride. The Genesis, if I want to go for a longer, faster, more endurance and, say, fitness-focused ride. Sarah also rides this bike, so it's a perfect combination. She'll be on this bike shooting off into the distance while I'm trying to catch up on the G Line, so it's perfect. And a Lake District trip is planned where we're taking both bikes. So they really complement each other. Price-wise, this is a lot of money, and compared to this makes this look cheap. Genesis have loads of options in their range, which means you'd be able to get a bike below the G Line, price-wise, or a mid-range Genesis probably for about the same price. I haven't actually checked any prices, but roughly in my head that's what it would be. So for me, full fitness, endurance, a bit more not serious side of cycling, but more kind of focused, and the G Line for an utter giggle. I would say the G Line is definitely better on single track. Do I say that? It's difficult because with the smaller wheels, basically the principle is where my foot is, whether you can see that, my foot there hits further up the tyre than that's lower down on the tyre. So that's the reason why bigger wheels are more comfortable than smaller wheels. So yes, this bike on single track's more jarring, but I could commit to more technical single track comfortably because the drops I don't feel as comfortable on personally. So what bike would I have? Well, I don't need to choose because I've got both, and lovely that me and Sarah can share this one because she doesn't ride the G Line as much, well, or at all, because she has a large collection of bikes at her disposal. So for me to conclude concisely, I would say if you're really focused on riding in clubs, endurance kind of gravel riding, doing big trips, then a gravel bike like this with relaxed geometry is a really good option for you. So the relaxed geometry comes from the sloping top tube that slopes that way, which means you've just got a little bit less pressure on your hands, more than a performance road bike. I would say that that is what you should hone in on. And Genesis are a great brand, and this is a lovely bike. If you love Bromptons and you're a real Bromptoneer, but you want to try gravel riding, then the G Line is a giggle. And I'll always go back to the fact that it just makes me smile. I don't know, every time, even just the pedal stroke, the first pedal stroke away from the house, it is an utter giggle. And now I've changed the bars, the bike has really come into it for me. The bars have been kind of the cementing for this bike. But unfortunately, I get to ride both bikes, and it would be great to know what you would choose. So let us know what you would choose. Which bike do you reckon would suit you better? Do you have a gravel bike and a G Line? Let us know your thoughts and let us know what you think about these bikes. So yeah, thanks for watching and please subscribe.